Yep, there we go. I just need to fill in this little bit over here. Once we've dug most of this out, we'll be assigning another excavator just to level this area off, but that's not directly going to be producing any iron. So we're not really going to focus on that one. The next step is to start working our way down on the next level. That is going to require 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we want to be about here. Oh, it's overlapping a digging designation, so obviously we need to take that out. Since all of the digs are done in this area. This will use up a decent amount of my available concrete, sadly, but... So that's 3. The 5th will be over there. But now that we know that we can do this in a simple way, this is actually going to be really, really tidy to set up now. I'm a little bit excited. I'm very glad that we've got a tidy setup for it. Super glad, in fact. Take this all the way down here. And where is that next section? Right there. It's tidy, it is. Right, and I'm simply going to unpause all of those. Yeah, the trucks are kind of daredevils, really, aren't they? You done? You good? No? Alright. It's good enough. It's good enough, guys. Stop. It's good. We're good. You're good. Huh, I just opened a bag of puffed Cheetos and chat's talking about fried plastic snacks. Not actually sure what Cheetos would be like. I'm going to be honest. This is knowledge that I do not possess. I'm ignorant of it. Much to my great, great dismay. Oh, I didn't... I thought those were missile silos on the side. I didn't realize they were the lifeboats. I just saw over there. So what? We've got missiles on our battleship? I didn't have to build those? Wow. Free missiles. In today's economy? Okay. Right then. Speed things back up a bit. And carry on with laying down the foundation for replacing all of this area. And there. Now this one needs to be just these two. Let's have a look at this fight. Once again, it's actually a tricky one, honestly. Yeah, we almost won that fight. It was close. It was really close. Damn. Oh well. Came down to who took out the other person's weapon first. That's many fights, dude. I suppose when you think about it. Ah, then Aavak is a man of culture and managed to avoid them. Got it. What? Wait, are Cheetos just an American thing? Oh no, I'm fairly certain. That I've heard the name over here. That being said, it could have been from some sort of an American food, like specialty shop or something. If they are just an American thing, but I don't think they are. Alright, how are we doing on the research front? We're actually doing okay. Producing an awful lot of recyclables. Getting there with the vehicle parts, though at rather large, very steep cost, I'm going to be honest. Let's keep it going. I think at that point we're just going to sit still for a little bit. I don't actually think we're going to need this anymore. So, how about we strip that away? Indeed, take that out too. So impatient with my Unity building. Right. Similar to What's It? Oh, okay. Okay, now I've got a cultural frame of reference for him. Thank you very much, Sweet Orange Bunny. Wow, we can actually build that out quite far. We're going to need the Unity build that last one, I think, but sure. Let's get him done. Settlement recycling is complete. Alright, let's go ahead and see how we set up said settlement recyclings. Waste collection recyclables. We've got biomass. Oh, actually, no, we've already got it there. What? How have we already got it if... maybe it just wasn't accruing until now? That could be it, actually. Yeah, that probably is it. It just wasn't accruing up to this point. At this stage, I don't think we really need all those burners, like, at all, so I'm going to remove 2 of them. Loose storage is... oh, okay, that was low. That's because Yuri has stopped doing any work. Fair enough. Let's go get Yuri some new work to do. Right, at this stage, I think we can probably safely dig all the way up to that area. And once they've managed to dig all of that away, we will lower down to the next level. The clinic I would love to build, but it's not going to actually help. Because it's not going to have any medical supplies. Not yet, anyway. Yeah, there's a big disadvantage to dumping trash. It creates pollution. If you have a look over here. So, we've got some air pollution going on. And this... we're burning trash right now. If you dump it, like in the ocean, you dump wastewater, you dump plastics and so on and so forth. Actually, I don't know if plastics actually count towards it, but wastewater definitely does. That creates ocean, ground pollution, water pollution, and they all start to affect things as well. I think plastics don't necessarily create pollution if you put them in the ocean. I think they just create basically a new landmass. I'm not 100% on that one though. But we're going down the roleplay route of I would sooner look. You're the ones who made the bloody plastic. You can breathe the after effects in. I'm not gonna see any bloody penguins or turtles with plastic rings around their necks on my watch. You scallywags. You built it. You deal with the consequences. Damn scoundrels they are. But we are actually producing quite a lot of plastic. I think there are things you can do with plastic eventually. Where are you, plastic? Oh, actually, it'll be called waste, won't it? Yeah, but this straight up just produces air pollution. I can dump it or I can burn it. Save the turtles, they make good soup. Also, you can use their shells to make armor for your dwarves. Their bones make fine bolts. How exactly are we going to decorate our artifacts with hanging rings of turtle bone without turtles to remove the bones from? You know, this is why we must move forward with a mind to conservation. We must be mindful stewards of this planet. If we use everything up now in like a century of hedonistic wanton debauchery, then there will be no turtle armor gauntlets. There will be no turtle shell bowls, decorative bowls. There'll be no artifacts with hanging rings of turtle bone. Think of the children, goddammit. They deserve to menace with spikes made of turtle bone just as much as you do. Also, Merry Septembermas. Oh, thank you very much. 005 _05 _. Are we sufficiently good terms for me to be able to just call you 005? Or would that be rude? Right. Okay, so at the moment, there's just a lot of waiting around. And I dislike just waiting around. So we're going to have a look at a couple of other things. Now, we're working on sausage production, and at least at the moment, we're going through that quickly thanks to the fact that we are now running all 3 research areas. Next job. I mean, is there anything else I can do with bread, I wonder? No! That is not, in fact, what I want you to do. No, don't. Oh, God damn it. Fine. Yeah, I need snacks to be able to make food packs. Basically, I need my plastics to be able to make food packs to be able to trade. Very sad, but that is pretty much it for that. 005 indeed. Well, I mean, that's fine. When it rains, there'll be some more eventually. I don't know. Right, we've cleaned up a ridiculous amount of the trees around here, at least. At this stage, it's more or less clear them up in whatever order you feel like it. That one is a memorial tree. It's a memorial to all the trees that don't exist anymore because they're trees. They got it. Right, so 1, 2, and this will be where we branch off again. One, 2, 3. Oh, I need to remove that designation. Four. Oop, that is not correct. I really, really like the cut and paste feature. And I'm so happy they've brought that in now to also support conveyor belts and pipes. Because prior to that, it really wasn't actually that useful to have, because it didn't support conveyors and pipes, and what was the point if that was the case? But this is actually getting to the point now where it's very, very useful. But I'm thinking of recreating this whole setup over here. It might eventually be in the way of something, but that's a risk I'm willing to take for now to clear this little area. Ultimately, I'm thinking of moving this over there. Pretty much the same thing, since it'll be able to take direct from quite a lot of these locations, since all I need then is copper, rubber, steel, and iron. Iron is a backup in case we don't have enough steel, basically. But I can draw the iron and the steel from over here. And if I really, 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 really wanted to, I could actually just sneak in a little copper smelter running only off recycled copper. Huh. I hadn't considered that, but that might actually be enough copper to run this whole setup. I'd still need regular inputs of rubber, and it would make sense to have that there as well, but if I were to do that, then the copper coming out of the recycle area... That's actually not a bad idea, you know. Shall I also continue fleshing this out? There's a part of me that wants to. But if I do that, I really do need to make use of rock only. Because otherwise this gets ugly very fast. I'm gonna be covering up so much stuff down there. I feel like I'm just making a lot of work for myself unnecessarily there. You know what? No, we're not going to do that. I will finish off that little section, though. Square it off a bit. That's going to take an enormous amount of materials anyway. So at this point, I actually won't tell them specifically to use rock for it. Also, what are we going to research next? Hydrogen production, fuel gas and steam to make hydrogen and CO2. Chemical plant 2. New recipes, ammonia and nitrogen plus water makes fertilizer 1. Hydrogen and nitrogen to make ammonia. Hydrogen and carbon dioxide to make fuel gas. Not really my thing. Fuel station 3, maybe. Very large storage. I think we're going to go for very large storage. Then maybe later on we'll go for the ultra huge cargo depot, but I don't really need that one just yet. Could grab... Cycling edicts. Might be useful. Vacuum desalination. So seawater plus depleted steam equals water and brine. It's a very low impact production of that. We can't get sugarcane. That's just a thing we're just going to have to live with, unfortunately. Uranium enrichment. We don't have nuclear technology yet, so that's not happening. Could go for the Tomb of the Captains. Might be nice to have. Okay. Got a couple of jobs for them now. Alright, sausage production is complete. Right. I can upgrade the armor plating. That's going to be costly, though. How about no on that one? Maybe one of them. I could even upgrade the ship's bridge. Wow, no. All right, we'll go for this one. Ship is still being repaired, though. Yikes! It took a beating. It took a real beating. Okay. Okay. Well, another thing that we could work on then is to switch over these turbines. This is currently 2, 3, 4, 5. What's power production 1 then? Don't know. Okay. This costs how much? It's well within the costs for us, so let's strip all of this down quickly. And build this very quickly as well. Now, each one of these is capable of outputting 2.5 megawatts. This entire stack here is only capable of outputting 1,800. So this is giving us an enormous buffer against future troubles. Once again, we'll just fast track this because I don't want to sit without them. Problem with this is that we're basically keeping these running at all time. Do we actually want to do that? Or would we prefer to water balance them? Yeah, actually, no. We need that to run at full whack at all time, more or less. Otherwise, that will scale down because it needs a full 3 megawatts of mechanical power to convert. Actually, what's the lower threshold? That one's going full whack there. These have spun up mightily. But let's go ahead and pop on auto balance on this one and just see how that affects this. Same here. Auto balance there. I'll only do this to 2 of the pipelines just to see what happens, but what should happen is this will now spin up for quite a while and then we'll slow down, and it looks like it is managing. That one's spinning very fast. Yeah, okay, let's auto balance all of it and just keep our fingers crossed again. Not exactly what you want to hear, but these flywheels have stored enormous amounts of energy in them, so they should be able to drive these in a pinch for the time that it takes these generators to spool up. Because that's the thing, is they have a certain amount of time that it takes them to ramp up. When they stop, they more or less stop instantly, but to spin up takes some time. Have I heard of the board game called Darjeeling? If you like Euro-style resource management games, it might be your cup of tea. Really. Actually, does sound pretty cool, though. I will have a look at it. I have a question. I got some peach honey rooibos tea the other day. How is it pronounced? Rooibos. This is how it is pronounced, or at least it is how I have always pronounced it. Okay, at this stage we can start digging down in here. So we're going to dig from this line, I think, is where we're going to be digging from. To start with. And we want to be going down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pretty much the whole way along. Then we level out and dig the rest of it. Now, I want the iron mine control tower to focus on that. But we will have Gentleman Gamer focus on lowering everything else. And to that end, I'm going to swap out one of the excavators. And Gentleman Game... Ooh. Oh! We finished the big boy. Alright. You get to go over there then. Enjoy. That means we'll leave the little ones with the steel... with the iron for now. Okay. Who's the next on the name list? The next person up was, in fact... Mocken. And since it's a mega excavator, Mega Mocken. Enjoy. How far down can you go? Really, really far. I've never dug all the way to the bottom. Look at Mega Mocken go! Look at the tiny little truck there. It's like, I will help. Please don't crush me. I don't know why it's there, because it's actually not assigned to it. Here's so Mega Mocken and Mr. Popo. Dream team. Looks like Mega Mocken is going to focus on grabbing some dirt at the moment. I don't know, but either way. Someone has gone 200 plus from what I've read, and I think the dev said there's no limit. So that is actually... Well, there is a limit, and that limit would be how deep or what angle that you can dig down. Because I'm fairly certain that once you breach outwards... Well, maybe... No. I tell a lie. You would be able to fill her in. But there is a practical limit. And that practical limit is that although it looks infinite... I forget how to do this now. Is it F11? There we are. Although it looks infinite, there is definitely a finite border of the map. Now, you can play on large map mode. I'm not sure if this is one of the largest maps, actually. But you can actually play on an even, like an explicitly even larger map mode, which gives you more ocean tiles, like up to 64, like if you think in Minecraft chunk terms. So an ocean tile is many, 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 many meters squared, sort of thing. It'll give you more ocean tiles to play with. So as long as you can keep generating more land, you can keep filling the ocean, but eventually you're going to reach the border. So the limit is the steepness of the walls from one end of the map, vast and distant though it might be, to the other end of the map. That's your limit. That's your practical limit. There will be a limit. Hello, Arkham. Doing well, mate. You can't build tunnels, no. It'd be amazing if you could, but this game has like more of a height map rather than an actual 3D representation of space. Do we want another big boy excavator? No. No, let's hold off on that because that requires large amounts of steel. Let us resist. Resist. You repaired yet? No. Alright, we've got big storages, but also we have got the ability now to make sausages. Big storages. So, before this is even finished, it's already outdated. Big storages. Giant big. This requires quite a lot to upgrade it. That we're going to do. We're going to have a couple of these purely for storing lumber, so that we can deforest everything. There we go. Look, it's a satisfactory factory. It's a big box with some windows. All right. Okay, so the first thing, let's go and take care of food processor, which requires salt, which we have. We're currently adding chicken carcass plus water plus salt makes meat and meat trimmings. If we then add some meat trimmings and flour and salt, we get sausages. Meat trimmings are being taken out in this direction. Flour is processed over here. Wheat to flour. So I think what we're going to do instead is we'll bring that down here. So this will make even more flour. Right, well, rather, right now we've got too much flour. I'm going to want salt and meat trimmings. And meat trimmings are already coming along over here. And meat trimmings can be added in as well. So, no more shall meat trimmings be going into making compost. We're going to want meat trimmings somewhere around here. It's going to be a bit squirrely, I know, but... and salt as well. And then we're going to want... Now, how much does this require? 24 meat trimmings plus 6 flour plus 9 salt equals 24 sausages. I mean, that's not bad, but we're not really generating nearly that many meat trimmings. We're producing 10 carcasses every 60 seconds, so in fact 30 carcasses every 60 seconds, so in fact 0.5 carcasses every second. Oh, actually 30 carcasses every 60... So we are actually producing 6 meat trimmings every 60 seconds. Again, that's really not that much. So it's going to require a rather terrifying 4 minutes to make 24. I can turn 36 meat into 48 meat trimmings. What am I actually using the meat for right now? Are we just feeding that to the Peeps Wholesale? Yeah, we are. All right, chat. Simple question. And you're the ones that are gonna have to decide it. Steak or sausage? Your call. What would you prefer? Steaks or sausage? You could only have one or t'other. You couldn't have both. If you had to make the choice. Steak or sausage? You're also getting eggs, potatoes, corn, bread, and vegetables. Sausage! Sausage steak! Steak! Sausage steak! I appear to have asked a rather divisive question. Steak. Vampires hate them. Yeah, you know what? Maybe a poll is going to be required because this is just too wild. Bilal, Demi, could either of you set up a quick, like, 1-minute poll? Steak or sausage? And then when I've seen the poll, I'll let you know who's right. Alright, okay, we're getting down there now, getting plenty of metal back out, which is exactly what we need. Is the steak well cooked? Well, I mean, I'm giving you the meat, so you're preparing the steak to whatever standard you prefer. I'm not going to judge you based on you eating steak the wrong way. Because I'm benevolent. I am going to judge you. The judgment is just going to be silent. And we make the sausage from the steak? No, you can have one or to the other. You can't have both, you greedy chat. I would convert steak into homemade sausage. Why not, though? Because I said so. The best answer of all answers. The I said so answer. I'm gonna need to reset, set out the bounding walls here as well in a different way. Honestly, at this point, this is getting so chock-a-block that I'm kind of tempted to try and just push this wall down a little bit further, even if we do lose out on a bunch of copper as a consequence. Not that we would, actually, looking at it. Huh, that's interesting. Right, sausages. 1. Very well. There will be no more meat. There will only be sausages. So... if I were to turn on... I think it would be better if I fed this into another facility, though. Either way, this no longer exists. Dunk. We've got meat and meat trimmings coming out of there. I wonder if I could tell them to just turn the meat straight into meat trimmings. If they... or does the meat have to exit first? Oh, it does have to exit first. That's just vexing. Alright. We can make this work. I want to give priority to the meat. So, meat exits, comes back in, becomes meat trimmings. So, meat trimmings then leave. And we should now start seeing significantly more meat trimmings leaving. Now, the meat will take time to build up, but once it does, boom, there we go. Huge, long trail of meat trimmings. How very glorious. What the heck is going on over here? Oh no. We've got too much compost! Alright. Well, compost is on the global dump, so... Not sure what to say about that one. Alright, well, let's fill in this area then, at the very least. And over there as well, since that's a fairly easy fill to do. But, as for the meat trimmings, we need the meat trimmings over here, we need salt in here. Both of these should be kept full. Then we're going to want, well, slow down time. We're going to then want the food processor, which will take the flour from up there, the meat trimmings, and the salt, and make delicious, healthy sausages. Now, actually, let's have a quick look at that. Needs 24 meat trimmings every 60 seconds to make exactly 24 sausages. How much meat trimmings are we producing over here? We're only producing... yeah, we're not... we're just shy of the required... well, actually, no. No, if we think about this. So we're producing 30 meat every 60 seconds, which is just shy of the 36 meat that we require to make the 24 meat trimmings every 60 seconds. But we're also producing 12 meat trimmings for that by then. So we will actually have a surplus of meat trimmings. I think ultimately we're going to end up with more material this way. No, we're not going to give you more household goods. No. Growth pause currently. I could give you plenty of food. I mean, we've got 25 months worth. Vehicle saver. I could pull in even more. Or shed even more Unity in order to keep the fuel more available. We're currently keeping maintenance way low via Unity, which is why we are getting by with only 2 of them. Recycling. Recycling efficiency increased by 20%. Let's go for that. I think that's a solid one. We'll see how that does. Now, we're going to be cutting off access to meat, so I don't know if that's going to be great for them or not, but I'm sure they won't be too happy about it. We also need water, but that's fine. We've got plenty of nearby. is vexillous. Not a word. Don't use it. Sausages, but yeah, I think ultimately this will actually make more meat than we had before. Sorry, more food than we had before.